Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. A lot of people don't know this. You don't need to be a data analyst to make smart business decisions. You just need the right tool. And today I will show you how Power BI can transform your business data into insights you can act on now. So let's get into it. The next thing I want you to do is go onto your browser. Just type Power BI. Yeah, you see this Power BI data visualization and stuff like that. So just go on to click on download. I just want to show you how you can get started. So you have this get Power BI tools and apps you need. So gain a 360 view of your data and easily connect, shape and share data insights with Power BI. So I just go on to click here, the download button, and you go on to set up your Power BI for desktop. So I'll give you some time to do that. Now that you have your Power BI downloaded and installed, you have this view of desktop version, and it's amazing. Blank report, one lake catalog. These are different tools. Of course, I'm gonna make different videos for you to have a real grasp of everything they're saying here. So you have learn with simple data, get data, and other sources. So to get started, we just go on to here the blank report. Just click on it. Now you have this amazing view. You can see here you have your report view, you have your table view, and also you have model view where you share a relationship with the different data. And it's easy. If you want to get data in, you have this get data. So here you can choose from different data you want to get from. So you have Excel, workbook, Power BI, semantic model, data flow, SQL Server, web, text, if you have in a text, or CSV, so much more. You can just click on here to see that you have a whole lot that you can choose from, a whole lot. We'll allow that to load. So you have a whole lot to choose from. Just an amazing tool that you can get your data anyway. But I think the most popular is SQL and Excel, and also text. Even you can get from PDF, from folder. So much more, like long list that we can exhaust. Long list. So it's an amazing one. And you see, but if you want to get, let's say you want to get through Excel, we just go on to type. You can just come on, type Excel. If you want to go to through the set or through the list, you just click on Excel, and upon clicking that, you just click on connect. And let's say we want to use this particular database. I'll just click on it, then you open it, and it's just an amazing one. So we allow you to connect. That takes some few seconds to get done. Yeah, you have this navigator, and it's trying to display everything that you need for your data. So you see, you have a list, you have the data view where you see everything's written out in titles like calendar, customer, product, sales, or territory. You also have these other ones. I think most times you have to go for the table view. I think it makes your work cleaner and easier to get started with. So you can just pick all of these that are really important. Just wait for it, and it's just amazing. I think we are done. So next thing you want to do, you want to load your data. You want to do what? Load your data. So you just click on load, and that loads in. So it's currently processing query. You have to wait for some minutes before that is done. So just wait. In a few seconds, everything will be done. Now our data is successfully loaded from the Excel, and if you check here, we don't have any reports yet, and that's why it's so empty. Of course, I'm going to show you how you can use a lot of this. If you check the table, of course, you find everything that we imported. All the details are here, and just glance through and things like that. Then you already have some established relationship. If you see here, you see the number of tables that we brought in, like calendar, customer, product, sales, territory, and so much more. But let me show you guys how you can clean your data. Very, very important. And now we want to get in more data. So if you want to close this, just click on here, and you also click on here. You have that white space that you need. So that's it. So let's get more data in and see how we can transform our data. So in getting your data in, just come here to get data. So Power BI is so powerful that you can do almost everything. Especially if you subscribe to the Microsoft 365. So it's very, very powerful. So I told you that you can always get your data from every source, like SQL, data vars, so much more that is available here. If you can't find your data source here, you can also always click for more, and of course you have more options. But here we're going to work with Excel, so just click on it. We want to work with this particular one. Just open it. So that loads, like you remember what it did initially, loads try to get through the navigator, and of course this will have, of course, it's very simplified. And we want to click here to get it selected, and of course once you click there, you'll be able to see a lot of this information here. You see everything that you need about your table, and that's why it's important that you always go for those tables instead of the sheets. At least you know what you're getting. So instead of load this time, we want to go forward into the kitchen. We want to see how we can use this powerful machine to do a whole lot of transformation. Like we want to go to the kitchen, like the query session. So instead of the load, you just go on to click transform data. Just click on it, and that's going to prompt a new tab for you. And it's important, like if you check every year, everywhere here is so important. Like you just have to see a lot of these tools. And of course, you see your queries on the left hand side, the calendar, product, and now you see that we just added budget. If you remember, these were the initial data file that we added, but now we now have our budget to it, and that's why that merged automatically. And that's the power of Power BI. Is a very, very important tool for business owners, for professionals, and you need data, because without data you can't make informed decision. People now put data together to make informed decision, and that's why data is so important in today's business world. And that's why you have to really understand Power BI, and it's here to stay. Like, this is not ending anytime. So top companies use this, to be honest. They make that subscription, and it's so powerful that it helps them in decision making and makes life so easy. Another thing I want to show you is the apply step. Now, one of the big things is you see that every step that you've taken so far is recorded, so you can always go back to your initial step. Let's say we started from source where we grabbed in our data. We also used the navigator, and it's called navigation here. Of course, this came with, Power BI is just trying to help you, with all of this, because we didn't go there, but you can always use it, right? So if you go up here, you see promoted header. Use first row as header or something. So of course we're gonna get there. So but we didn't apply this step. These were applied automatically by Power BI. Just thinking ahead, of probably the action we're gonna take. But then we want to do this step by step ourselves, and we just have to remove that. So in order to remove this, you just click on this button, this icon here. That's the remove icon. So you just go on to remove all of this. We don't need that right away. You see, it's so powerful. And of course, you just want to, and another thing I want to show you is the property name. This is the name that your file will be saved at, and you want a very nice name, because if you don't have a good name, of course, I think here you'll be able to change the name. So here we have a budget, and which is so nice to have, and let me show you some other tools that you. So here you have the home button, you have a transform button, you have a hard column, view, tools, so much more that you can make use of. But now we want to clean our data. We want to really make it make sense. So the first thing I want to do is, you see this all of this, we don't need them because they're empty. They don't add to the scheme of things, right? So you want to get rid of them. So you just want to, you have powerful tools that can help you do that without you just clicking and trying to delete, right? So we just go on to remove rows. So remove rows. So you just click on that, and it's asking you where do you want to remove your row from. Is it from the bottom? Is it from, alternate rows? And like you want to alternate the rows now, but we want to remove from top bottom. So that's going to take you to here, and we know the number of rows that we want to remove, so we just state it. If it's 5 rows, if it's 2, if it's 1, you have to state it there. So for me, I think I have 3 null of them, null rows I want to remove. So I can just go on to click OK, and boom, you see the power, right? So it's really, really important, and that has been removed. Another thing I want to have is, I don't want this to be my header. It doesn't really make sense. There's no name, no title. You just, not too good. I see this is my first row now, and it's listed as first row, right? So I want to make this my first row now. You see, it makes sense now. You see the category of sales or budget that we made, like accessory budget, so much more. And you see the subcategory, the product name, and you just want to make this your first header. It makes sense. So there's a tool that you can use as well to get that into your first header. So instead of having column 1, column 2, column 3, you just will go on to use this, and it's amazing that you just go on here, just click, and that takes that immediately. And if you check very well here, you see that we are having these steps applied one by one, and see what we did first was to remove the row. Then we also have promoted a header, and it's just amazing that we have this. Another thing we want to do is to want to go on to see some of these things are still not within, we don't want to have them. So like for example here, we are not comfortable with all of this, so we want to, there's a way we can remove that. So just click on here. You see filter, text filter. These are by text, and if it's number, let's say for example we have number, and here let's say I see we have number filter, so that can help you filter some of these things out, right? So here we want to apply the word filter. So we just come on here and say does not contain, so just click on it. And here is always case sensitive. You have to be, really, really, you have to really pay close attention. So, let's say you want to type in total, and look how it's spelled, right? So I say spell this way, and the next thing you want to do, just watch how this happen. Of course, you can say, oh, I can't see that any longer, but see how the magic happen. So just click on OK. And boom, you see that we can't see any of those null columns any longer. We can't see any of those columns any longer, and it's not clean to the fullest. It's just amazing that we're able to do this, with this powerful machine. So this is just amazing, because if you go into our apply steps, you can always see, you see, it's taking us all aback, like all aback. You can see this. If you want to edit, you can always come on here to edit, using this particular tool. And of course, that's not what we want to do, but I just want to show you that you can do so much more. You can come on here, and it's just taking you back to what you left, right? So that's why it's called apply step. You can see step by step those actions that you've taken so far. And currently we are here. We just filtered our row, and it's just amazing that we have this clean. And let me just compare to what we had earlier. Just click on it. I saw that we have just around the promoted headers, you see that we have a lot of null within our data, and we didn't want to have all those information, like all of this. And with the filter, we're able to get rid of them all at once, and it's just amazing. Now you have a cleaner, responsive data, and you can start working on this. Another thing I want to show you is how you can remove column. So you can get this selected and just go on to remove your column, but then there's a way that you can always select those numbers that you want to actually remove, or you can select all, right? You can also remove empty cell. If you have anything empty, you can also filter numbers. So it's just so amazing that you can do all of this. But the thing we want to do here is just to remove the cell. or the whole column rather. You just click on the column, and boom, you have that removed, right? So it's just amazing that this tool is so powerful. So let's just go on to other things that we can do with this machine. So the next thing I want to show you is how to uh really make this thing easy for you. Imagine you have to go on with this column. It doesn't really make sense, right? So there's a powerful tool that you can use within the Power BI that will help you make this in one column. It's going to make it in one column. Imagine you have to start doing all this, and it's not so easy. So the thing you do is to get this done, we want to use the dates. So we're starting from January. Imagine you have to do that to December. It's a whole lot. So we just select everything. We go on then to December, right? So we just go on to pivots. You click on here and go to on pivots column. So we just hit on that and see how the magic happens. So now you have everything in one column, right? So it's amazing. And of course, you can change this. You can rename this. Just come on here, rename, yeah, or rename. So you can make this as month. You can just rename it that way. Then this is your budget amount. So you can also come on here and sorry, I'm supposed to rename this. Just right click that, then come down here and say budget amount, spelled that way. Budget amount. So you see how amazing it's good. It's just fun to work with this powerful tool. So another thing I want to show you is we want to change this to dates. You just click on here. That changes. So here you can always just walk around time, date and time, depending on what you want. But here I think I want a date. I can just put that in there, and of course you see it's amazing. Like I have the day, the month, and also the year. And of course, you can see all the steps I've taken in my apply steps. So amazing, really, really amazing. And I think we are done with the transformation, the cleaning, and everything. So the next thing you want to do is go back home and close and apply. So this applies to all. So close and apply.